Alright, looks like we got a new character coming in, Iden Versio. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong or not, because I don't really know who the F she is. If I'm not mistaken, she's from, what is it? Jedi Fallen, what the heck's that Star Wars game? I don't know. I don't have one of those systems. I have a Switch, so that Star Wars game isn't available to me. But I think she's from that, right? Anyhow, let's just get into it. Actually, this is developer insights. They'll probably tell us. Like the dumb facts section. Where did we get the idea from her? Anyways. So, she's dark side. She's leader, attacker, empire, and Imperial Trooper. Highlights. Synergy with non-leader and non-droid Imperial Troopers. Okay. How many droid Imperial Troopers are there? Or, wait, what? There's none. Maybe probe droid? I don't know, but that would be stupid. She's got one right next to her. How does she not have synergy with it when there's one right next to her? I mean, it's not really a probe droid, but, you know, it's still kind of like one. Anyway, special buff. We adapt or die. Boosts Imperial Trooper damage and can revive them. Mode-specific synergy in Grand Arena, so that means she has an Omicron. And good against Rebel teams. Oh, okay. Cool stat. There's all the guys she's good with. I guess she is a leader, so I guess she's supposed to lead them, maybe? Hey, all table heroes! After the attack on the Death Star, the Empire responded by assembling Inferno Squad. An Imperial Special Forces commando unit, and appointed Iden Versio as its leader. Now, Iden's intelligence and relentlessness will be put to use as the newest Imperial Trooper leader to hit the holotables. The Inferno Squad makes me think of a dark side version of like the Bad Batch or something. Again, I don't really know anything about her or the Inferno Squad, so if I'm saying stuff like an idiot that's supposed to be obvious, my bad. Anyhow, below, we take a dive into the developer's motivations and inspirations while creating the kit for this fan-favorite Battlefront 2 character. Okay, there it is, Battlefront 2. I told you she was from a game, it just wasn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking the one that has that famous Vader scene that they always say, "Can you actually beat this?" By the way, it is now 10:17. If you know who Gucci is, then you know what that's all about. Anyhow, the basics. Imperial Trooper leader with a focus on galvanizing underused Imperial Troopers into a powerful squad, particularly in grand arenas. The goal is to leave the General Veer's squad intact while assembling a separate trooper squad under Iden Versio's capable command. Iden's Omicron ability focuses on increasing her squad's utility in grand arenas, obviously. She also provides her ideal squad with anti-rebel synergy. For example, elements of her kit state rebel enemies can't resist effects. I mean, that's cool, but it's always kind of boring when it's specific to one faction. Like, you're only good against rebels. So, if you set her up... Well, I don't know how you'd set her up in Grand Arena. I was going to say, if you set her up in, like, defense in Grand Arena, somebody goes in there without rebel team, boom, you're done. But, who knows, maybe you'd save her to be on offense so you could control it better. I don't know. Anyway, Iden gives buffs to her allies to increase the squad's overall damage output. With the ability to revive herself and her allies in certain scenarios, Iden is resilient and difficult to permanently defeat. Coupled with some protection recovery, she adds sustainability to her squad. Unique attributes. Iden Versio doesn't want other leaders around. Her kit has direct callouts which increase her effectiveness if no other leaders are present in her squad. Yeah, I see. So kind of like how just about every Jedi has a leader ability, and I always say, like, the leader ability shouldn't add to the overall GP of the character unless they're being used as the leader, because you're not using your leader ability if you're acting as a support or something. So, for her, they're saying that she wants to be the only option as leader, nobody else hanging out in the team, which makes sense, I guess, because you're supposed to pair with Imperial Troopers, and none of them are leaders. I mean, they're not supposed to be, they're followers, they're just a, soldier. Anyhow, put her in charge and let her get the job done. Her kit also includes several mechanics discouraging droid Imperial Troopers. Looking at you, Dark Trooper. Oh yeah, he is a droid. I didn't think of that. He's just like a big, beefy, though, droid, so he doesn't really fit the typical droid. Well, I guess he does, because B2 is beefy. I'm just thinking, though, like Empire. I don't know. I'm just an idiot. Never mind. Forget what I'm saying. Inspiration. This version of Iden Versio captures her time in Battlefront 2 as an Imperial. Before her, spoiler warning, defection to the rebellion in the aftermath of Operation Cinder. Huh, that's weird. So she's like, man, fuck my team. I'm going to the other side. She's a motivating, tactical, and relentless leader of Imperial Troopers who provides inspiration to her squad in battle. We wanted her kit to reflect those qualities. You know, I wonder if this is a foreshadowing that they're going to give us the rebel version of her as well. That'd be kind of weird, though. She's kind of like a dumb character. It's kind of like how we don't have the dark side Barris, because it's kind of pointless. We barely need the light side Barris. Why would we need the dark side one as well? Anyhow, I'm seeing a typo coming up. I'll call it out when we're there, though. Oh, actually, we are there. Many of the titles of Iden's abilities were taken directly from lines Iden spoke during Battlefront 2I. It's a joke, because they're both supposed to be italicized, but the second one is straight. As a leader, Iden Versio typically used all the assets at her disposal. As such, we wanted to make sure she had a team made up of the endless ranks of Imperial Troopers and build mechanics around that premise. Her droid, ID-10, is featured heavily in Battlefront 2. We definitely wanted to include it in her kit, so the droid shows up in Iden's special abilities Push Forward and We Can Grieve later. Oh, so it's kind of like the child showing up with Beskar Armor Mando. Well, actually, the child also hangs out with IG. That's funny, you could put them on the same team and have two childs in the game. Why do I keep calling him child? Grogu, he's got a name now. Strategy tips. If it hasn't been made clear already, Iden's Omicron ability does very well against rebel teams in Grand Arenas. No, it's been pretty clear. You said it about 9,614 times. The new effect, We Adapt or Die, adds utility to allies in a few different ways. It can be used proactively to add speed and damage output to allies. If the enemy dispels it, troopers gain health and turn meter. Okay. Iden can be very effective at locking down an opponent. Her special ability, Push Forward, has a low cooldown off while offering an unavoidable stun on rebel enemies, along with area of effect damage to boot. AoE. Is that what that means? AoE means area of effect? I never knew what AoE stood for. I just know what it does. Like Vader, doing his Force Crush. Fact. Who is Iden Versio? Well, since you said it 3,000 times, seriously? Iden was the central character in Star Wars Battlefront 2. She was a pilot in the Imperial Starfighter Corps, who then became commander of Inferno Squad. Her story evolves much further from there, but we'll leave it at that for now. There we go. Maybe more foreshadowing that they'll do a light side one, because they're saying for now. What are the two suggested Imperial Trooper squads now that Iden is in the game? Squad 1. Veers, Gideon, Piet, Dark Trooper, Stark. Well, that makes sense because Stark and Veers work hand in hand, and then Piet kind of does as well. Gideon, I don't have him fully 7-star yet, so I would never think of him. But yeah, good choice. And Dark Trooper, that's a solid choice too. Squad 2, Iden, Death Trooper, Range Trooper, or Shore Trooper. Snow Trooper and Magna Trooper. Well, I would say Shore Trooper because he's a tank that basically taunts right away, so that's probably better to protect the whole squad. And then 3 dots, dashes, whatever you want to say, and then that's it. So, yeah. Kind of cool. I mean, not super pumped about it. I like force-using characters, so, an Imperial Trooper is just kind of boring. But hey, it's another character being added to the game, and that's always cool. Plus, it makes another team, for these goofy guys. So if you've worked on them, that gives you 2 full squads that you could even just throw out on defense in Grand Arena. So that's kind of cool. It gets you like a secondary team out of the way, you know what I mean? So you can keep all your primaries for offense. So yeah, that is it for the developer insights, and be sure to stick around for the kit reveal, because that is always the funner video. And until then, when I do see you there, I said see ya.